Let's look at the tools in the drawing group available in the Sketch tab. Using these tools, we can start designing our building with lines, arcs, quadrilaterals, circles, ellipses, polygons, and inscribed polygons. We start the model with the Line tool. We create a line by clicking on 2 points and verifying its length. If we click on the Control button whilst drawing with the grid activated, we can enter any element from the drawing group using the reference grid. We can insert any element from the drawing group with a certain length, for example a line, by activating Allow for dimensions to be defined upon introducing each element, located in the top right bar. Then, when entering the second point, the program will ask us for the length of the line. If we click on the Shift key when drawing it, we will make the cursor move in the direction of the 3 coordinated axes. When a set of lines is closed, the program automatically generates the interior surface. We can divide any surface by entering a line that goes through it. With the arc button, we can draw 3-point arcs and arc given center, start and end. We can draw a 3-point arc by simply clicking on the 3 points on the screen where we want the arc to pass. This can be done by directly clicking on the screen or by indicating a set distance between the points. By activating reverse direction, the arc is drawn in the opposite direction, passing through the same 3 points. The program also allows us to modify the precision with which the arc is generated by increasing the number of segments that represent it. Let's draw an arc given center, start and end by first clicking the center of the arc and then on its start and end point. An arc can also be inserted with a fixed radius and inserted facing the opposite direction by clicking on reverse direction. The precision with which it is generated can even be modified by increasing the number of segments drawn per arc. We continue with the drawing of quadrilaterals with the quadrilateral tool, which offers us 3 different ways of inserting them. Given 3 points, by diagonal and at selected point. When drawing a quadrilateral given 3 points, start by clicking on one of its corners. Click in the direction of the second corner and enter the length of this side, finishing with the length of the perpendicular side. The height and width can also be set in order to insert it directly. Let's enter a quadrilateral by diagonal, indicating the first point of insertion and the opposite point in the direction of the diagonal, being able to also set its height and width. If we use the At Selected Point option to place a rectangle on our sketch, we'll have to indicate the width and height as well as the adjustment of the insertion point, and when required, its angle of rotation. Let's move on to drawing a circle. We select the Circle tool, clicking where we want to place its centre, and then we click on the radius box. Now we can define the radius by entering its value in the diagonal box of the circle, or by clicking with the mouse on a set distance from the centre. Another option to define the radius is by selecting the Allow for dimensions to be defined upon introducing each element option, and entering its value on screen. The ellipses are drawn in a similar way. In this case, it is possible to enter them manually or to set the distance from the centre to the ellipse on its 2 axes. With the Polygon tool, we are going to insert closed perimeters. By right-clicking to confirm the polygon will automatically close, generating the surface contained between its sides. We end with the Inscribe Polygon tool, with which we insert a regular polygon, indicating the number of sides and the radius of the circumference in which it should be inscribed. The tools that we have described are useful for drawing floor plan layouts, volume diagrams, or diagrams of the structural elements. Viewing the elements created from the drawing group in the sketch layer will become available after they export to BIMserver.center.